Introduction. Jokes. Quips.
Joke, quip, joke. Joke. Intro.
Relatability. Timeliness.
SEO.
SEO.
Oh my goodness.
You got all the constituent parts of an introduction, so I hope that suffices in place of an actual introduction. If you don't find the ingredients, store-bought is fine.
Did this become a fucking, Bon Appetit video?
Basically, I mean, it could be worse. It could be Bon Appetit Korea, where every single ingredient is cheese.
Oh my god.
Absolutely cursed.
You're not wrong.
It's just there's a pot. You take the gochujang, like the red paste, you slap it in the pot, some sesame oil, cheese, noodles,
cheese in that
eggs,
bad boy.
cheese, chicken, eggs, noodles, cheese, more cheese, spicy sauce that I can't pronounce.
And it's all gotta be on a flat grill top, and it's all gotta be cooked with only the chopper.
It's a fucking mess. Adri's trying to take a nap, and she says it's called my diet. And it's it bewilders me that she doesn't piss out of her ass every day.
Oh, speaking of pissing out of asses, welcome to Paramecia Fancast, the One Piece fancast where we review the latest chapter of One Piece and sometimes piss out of our ass. My name is John.
My name is Franz, and recently I got an endoscopy to check why I'm pissing out the ass. Turns out, I don't know. Pictures are fine. Come to our Discord, Paramecia Flower Capital, if you want to see pictures of my stomach.
You got the pictures back, and the doctor was like, yeah, I don't know.
That's literally it. And then he called me fat.
What the fuck?
Dude, I hate going to the doctor in Japan.
Yeah. Yes. Dude, socialized medicine really does come with the price, bro. The doctor can just make the fuck fun of you whenever he wants.
Yeah, I paid $40 for something that usually costs in America about $2,000, but he did call me fat.
So that's they make up for it. That's where the other, you paid $40, that's where the other $1,960 came from.
Right. Out of emotional costs.
Yeah.
Those matter too. But we're not here to talk about my endoscopy at length, and not here for me to brutally describe how a camera went down my nostril. But instead, we are here to talk about chapter 973 of One Piece, the Kozuki clan.
Ooh. Now, this was the chapter that we were supposed to get last week, but Oda made a little oopsie, and so we're getting it this week. And boy, it was fucking good.
Oda needed the rest. It's fine, but I'm glad to have the chapter in my hands now, and it's a doozy. It starts out with Gody finally doing something with the gang pages Oh My Family, volume 21, Gody's counterattack, where he just conducts guerrilla warfare against the Marines.
Volume 21, Gody fucking bombs the Marines.
I'm glad that he's doing something, but blowing up the ship might, not Lola, but Chiffon's there.
Yeah, I can't see who's in the cage there, but I assume it's Chiffon, or supposed to be.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because they have the cage there and there's somebody in there.
Yeah, but she's so close to the explosion.
Yeah. Hey, a little shrapnel never hurt anybody. Come on, man. Except Tony Stark in that cave. And that was, the shrapnel was the entire reason that he had to make that magnet and then become Iron Man. But look, it's fine. Other than him, shrapnel...
Chiffon becomes Iron Man.
Yeah. Other than him, shrapnel has never, * hurt anybody else.
Never.
Oh my goodness. I'm still pulling for, I hope that we get got I hope that Gotti. I hope that Gotti ends up helping her, and then he's like, "Oh, like Beige, I brought back Chiffon," and Beige is like, "What the fuck are you talking about? That's not my wife." And then like he looks back, and it's Lola. Like,
that would be really good. Like pulling the switcheroo. Like, come on, they're twins. It's the perfect gag.
yeah. Pulling the switcheroo and specifically having only Gang Beige be able to be like, "No, that's not my wife." Like, they look exactly the same, but he's like, "No, that's, no." I don't know who you picked up, but that is not my wife.
Like, it could be, it could very well be like Lola being like, "Hey, thanks, whoever you are."
Yeah.
In which case, Gordy might think, "Oh shit, the shrapnel really got her brain."
Fuck. Too much shrapnel.
We start out the chapter, though, with feelings. Lots of feelings.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Oden holding up Momo just like Simba was held up. And Oden says, "Everything that the light touches is
yours."
No. Oden holds up Momo saying, "Look how high you are." And someone's squabbling with him, probably Toki. "That's too high, Oden. Even from way up here, the sky, you cannot see it all." And
I even like the little octopus, like worried, like
that is cute. But we do get like an actual version of the Lion King scene where it's like, "That is the world, Momonosuke, Hiyori. Gaze out upon it. These are sights you won't find in Wano."
Oh, it's so cute. I love this. I love their family. I love everything about Oden and Toki and Momo and Hiyori. They're so
a really
pure.
good family.
Yeah. I also like I like the octopus because it's just like when the Straw Hats left, because when they left Skypiea, they also had the octopus bring them down, and before that, Gonfall or Ganfall, however you pronounce it, the night guy, he had made he had made mention like, "Oh, I helped out, like I helped the King of the Pirates like leave," or he made something like pretty cryptic, but now it's like confirmed. It's like, "Oh yeah, he did help them out. Like he also gave them the same balloon." Like, that's cool.
Oh wow, fucking deep cut about an octopus, huh?
Yeah, we got those.
The next panel is Oden being a not so great father, saying, "Let's talk, Momo. What's your ideal woman? And you must think of a person like a fish cake when you slice, Momonosuke."
And I love both Rayleigh and Shanks. Mind you, Shanks at this point is like, how old? Like 12 or some shit?
Right.
Rayleigh's
about
like, it's
double Momo's age.
Yeah. Rayleigh is like, "It's too early for the lad to talk about women." And then Shanks is like, "You can't teach him like that." Oh, it's so good. I do love, we cut over to the capital, or to the Curry district.
Curry. Yeah.
And they're in the Curry castle, and he's like, "How did it go? Were you able to get to Zoe, Lord Oden?" And he's like, "Yes. If I were to make a long story short, I learned that Zoe and the Kozuki clan share a powerful historical bond. The Minks are mighty warriors, so remember this. If the time comes, seek out Zoe." And he's talking to all the scabbards there. And he's like, "They will surely be a powerful ally." Fucking Garfield. "Ah, shucks, I'm blushing."
And then we also get a bubble that says, "When what time comes, Lord Oden?" And being cryptic, he was like, "You'll know when it happens." Like,
Yeah. Oh, and this part made me fucking cry, man. All right, maybe not outright cry, but I'm like, man, like,
it feels bad.
Yeah. So she's playing the song, and he's like, "Oh, you've gotten so much better, Hiyori." And he's like, "I like that song you play." "Really? It's called Moon Princess." And I'm assuming that this is the same song that she plays in the current timeline. Like, she was in Orochi's castle, and she started playing the song, and then she put on the mask, and everybody was like, "Oh, like," one of the other girls in the one of the other gay show was like, "Oh, whenever she plays this song specifically, she puts on the mask. Like, I wonder why." And I think they've shown her cry when she plays it. I know there's a theory that like when she puts on the mask because she's crying, but I think now it's like pretty much confirmed if it wasn't already. I can't remember if they showed her crying or not while playing it, but it's her learning the song Moon Princess, and she's like, I'm gonna learn to play even better. This part, it's a good song, you'll have to play it at my funeral. And then hard cut to them in the bath and Hiyori's crying, and fucking Oden is like, Momo, don't make your sister cry. And he's like, you did this. Like, and then, oh, about what I said earlier, it was just a joke. And
it's a joke. I won't die. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
One thing that I will point out is that Tsukihime kind of like it tugged at. So Moon Princess means Tsukihime.
Yeah.
And so like it tugged at my brain, and I was like, what's Tsukihime? And I was like thinking in my brain, like there's some fucking story about a princess who's like found in a bamboo thing, and she is like goes back to heaven or something, and it's called something Hime. Can't remember what it is, but Princess Kaguya.
Oh,
It is what it is. But my brain was like, oh, but what is Tsukihime? That's something in my brain, and I'm like raking around. Tsukihime is the visual novel from Type Moon.
Oh no!
The same people that made Fate.
Oh no!
From 2000, 20 years ago.
Melty blood confirmed.
Fucking Arc something Earth will come in, and I don't even know shit. I'm a fake Fate fan. I don't know shit about Tsukihime because it fucking looks like dog shit.
Literally, my only connection to the Fate series is Melty Blood, because that's like the fighting game based on Tsukihime, which is like loosely connected to the Fate series, or it's like another universe or something. Dude, I don't even want
another
to get
universe. We shouldn't.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, anyways, you turn the page and then it's fucking full on Fate go here.
It's fucked.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no. You turn the page and it is actually
a bloodbath.
Mega fucked. All the scabbards are running. They're running from the beast pirate members on the little raptor things. And they're like, okay, the dialogue that they're yelling is literally, wipe out the Kozuki bloodline, they're unarmed, slaughter every last samurai. And it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeesh.
But, God, this fucking panel. Oh my god. So fucking sick, dude. They have weapons now. Freaking, Shinobu has given them weapons. Okiku and freaking, oh my god, I almost said
Kinemon,
Kanjuro.
dude.
Kinemon. I almost said Kanjuro.
God damn, the traitor.
Oh my god, the traitor. Dude, Kinemon and Kiku look so sick. And Kinemon's doing I assume that's supposed to be him doing that fire sword technique.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like coming off the swords. Yeah. Super
Does
sick.
it mean that Kiku can also do that?
Oh, I hope so. That'd be
It'd
sick.
be sick. And we get the scene of Kinemon thanking Shinobu, saying, we appreciate the weapons. But then their conversation after is so sweet. Hey, Master Keen, do you think I can be one of the Kozuki vassals too? His answer was so pointed but so sincere. We all started off as uninvited vassals. It is entirely up to you. And she's like wiping a tear away.
Okay.
We've also got Odie and Garfield fighting it off, saying
Still arguing.
Yeah, it's like, you might as well have been the one who killed Lord Oden, you addle-brained cat, whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah. Shut your disloyal mouth. You're more worried about how the enemy feels. I bet that spy Kaido mentioned was you, dog. I will say, Odie and Garfield fighting is funny. Raizo telling them to knock it off is funny. What's horrifying is one of the fucking numbers just picks them up, like palms them like basketballs. And it's like, I don't know how they get out of this, but they somehow do.
And then Kawamatsu looking back and saying, "What is that thing?" Basically confirming that, like, it wasn't just, like, some mist fuckery and, like, shadows being huge. They really are like this.
Yeah, it is some kind of race of, like, giant of Wano or something. Just completely fucked. Like, don't turn back to help. We don't have time. We're getting Kinemon and Kanjiro are like, everyone's making a mad dash. And, like, oh my goodness. I assume... So this part right here where he says, there are too many of them in pursuit. Help me, Ashura. And he's like, you got it. And Ashura and Denjiro stay behind to fight. And if you remember, Ashura Doji told a story to Kinemon about, I think it was in like towards the end of Act 1 or the very beginning of Act 2. He told them that they fought off Kaido before like losing.
Oh.
Like they stood up to Kaido and then like they didn't stand a chance. And I'm assuming this is how they split. Like this is how they split from Kinemon and everybody, and then Kaido like ran up on him.
Yeah, that's probably the case. And we go back to Curry. We're surrounded, light the fires. Toki, being the good mom, has Hiyori and Momonosuke in her grasp. Don't worry, I'll see to it that you can get away. There's an escape route, which is like light bulb flash, the Kawamatsu route.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden we see several of the guys from Yasuie's his guards. They're all on the floor. Toki's on the floor. Hiyori's trying to get her up, and last panel we get this disgusting arm holding Momo above the town of Curry.
Like, dude, like by the fucking throat, he's just like holding Momo off this cliff. Oh my goodness. This
bastard
whole
Kaido.
This whole section is so bastard but also interesting. Like, why? I want to know. So he's holding him out off the top of the building, and he just says like, "What's your name?" And Momo's like fucking crying, and he's like, "It's too high, I'm gonna die." And this is where Kaido tells Momonosuke like what Momonosuke told us that Kaido told him. This is where it happens. He says, "Your father is a fool of a lord." And he says, "With your death, I presume the Kozuki clan is finished." And Momo, crying, says no. And he remembers what his mom told him. Like, because your father is a great man and you are meant. And he says, "Father is a great warrior. And I will one day carry this nation on my shoulders," as he's like choking and crying. It's so good. And I mean, this panel at the bottom of this page, like, first off, Kaido looking slim as fuck. Like,
yeah,
Kaido looking like fucking Doflamingo, dude.
Oh, be careful, y'all. We've got a fucking John's problematic. He likes villains.
What? Oh my god. Look, all I'm saying is slap some capris on this bad boy, and we got Doflamingo 2, the long-awaited sequel.
He can fly now without strings. No strings attached.
I see what you did there. But, no, but it's fucking like the juxtaposition of like how big Kaido is, and then just in his fucking hand, like this child. What an asshole.
Yeah, fuck this dude. Like, he tells Momo, "A dream someone else put in your mouth. I didn't realize you were so young." And Momo cries for his father. And immediately after, Kaido throws him back into the room, flies off in his dragon form saying, "That is Oden's son. Let him perish in the flames of the castle." With like, he goes off with a huff.
Yeah.
And like, okay, there's a couple of ways to read this, I guess.
Yeah,
One way to read this is that he doesn't want to waste his time on small fry. But another way to read this is that he has some morals and doesn't want to like kill a child. And an even other way to like read this is that out of respect for Oden and out of respect for the way Momonosuke respond momentarily despite being so young, he spared him. So it's interesting.
Yeah, it's real interesting. I mean, you know, we've seen this from Kaido before. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, in Luffy's case, if he had just fucking killed Luffy when he beat him, like, yeah, story over. One Piece is over. Luffy fucking dies. But in the case of, like, Eustace Kid, like, he beat him and he fucking, like, you know, beat him up and shit, but he let him live. And he let him live because he wanted to break his spirit, and he wanted to break his spirit and make him join his side. So we know that he's not completely, like, bloodthirsty. Kaido, he's definitely not the character that's just like, oh, he's not like Big Mom, where she's like, oh, I'm so powerful, I'm just gonna kill everybody, like, who gets in my way. Because Big Mom was fully, in her entire arc, like, you get in my way, you're dead. She even threatened one of her own children, like, if you are lying about this, I'll fucking kill you.
I mean, there was that one child that we legitimately thought had actually died.
Yeah, exactly. But this is just really weird. Like, he has this, I want later on, when we get to, like, actual Onigashima, I would like to see maybe, like, a couple pages or maybe a flashback, like a couple chapters or so of just, like, a Kaido flashback. Like, I want to learn more about why he's doing this. Or maybe it doesn't even have to be a flashback. Maybe we'll learn more about him when we
exposition in any way.
Yeah. I just need to know more about him, because this whole section where he's, like, threatening Momo is actually super interesting, especially now with, like, because he doesn't know that Momo has the dragon fruit.
Oh, yeah.
So now, like, I'm assuming that at some point him and Kaido, like, Momo and Kaido are going to come face to face again. And the sort of parallel of it now, like, you know, Momo being, like, the benevolent dragon that is going to protect Wano versus, like, this horrifying monster dragon that, like, enslaved Wano.
Huh. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Kaido had no idea about this then, but it's just interesting that, like, it's interesting that he would just let him live like that.
Yeah.
I do agree with you. I think it is partially, like, maybe he didn't want to kill a child, and also I think because of Momonosuke's answer, which was probably similar to the kind of answer Oden would give. Yeah, because he even says, like, it's a dream someone else put in your mouth. I didn't realize you were so young, and I think that could be read both ways, like you said. I kind of lead towards, like, he heard Momo say that, and he just thought of Oden, and, you know, let him live, I guess, to sort of, like, oh, you'll you know, if you survive this, like, you will come back and we'll fight again or something.
I definitely see someone like Kaido being not bloodthirsty, but fight hungry.
Yes, I can see that.
I just want to learn more about him, because we saw that fucking what's her shit, Big Mom was what's it called? Big Mom was messed up because of her upbringing. I want to see why Kaido's messed up.
Yeah. I want to see what makes Kaido tick, dude. But oh god. So and then after this messed up, like, child abuse, we skip to Kinemon, Kanjiro, and Raizo, and Kiku's there too somewhere. You can't really see her, but they break into the room with Lady Toki, and they're like, oh my god, like, thank goodness you're all right. And this is where everything starts to head towards the future. She says, everybody come to me, I have something to tell you. And we just get a shot of Kinemon, like, to the future?
It's happening.
It's happening.
I wish we got to see how they get sent to the future. Like, I want to see the, like, magical, mystical effects of it. But, you know, we'll get something along those lines eventually.
In due time.
In the meantime, what we do get is Kawamatu, hop up, away, straight into the river with Hiyori, almost there, just a little longer, princess. And, you know, as the castle crumbles in the fire, people yelling, don't let the samurai escape the castle, block all the exits. And what horse is this?
What horse is this?
It looks like someone.
Yeah, so let me go into the Discord, because this shit was wild, but I fucking love it.
People on our Discord even pointed out that it looks like someone.
Yeah. There's a couple things our Discord we gotta shout out this week because our Discord's popping. Paramecia Flower Capital, links in our pinned tweet of our Twitter and in the description. But so this horse, like, I didn't even catch it. I didn't even fucking pay attention really at first. I was just like, oh, okay, like, you know, it's just the horse. Yeah, that's cool. It's got the fire. It's, you know,
that's my horse.
It's a legendary Rapidash. But somebody, Tibnak in our Discord, they were saying that they posted a picture of the horse, zoomed in on the face and like the hair, and then they said like, oh, they have the same. They don't have the same eyebrows, but like the face kind of looks familiar, like with the shade around the eyes. And they posted a picture of the Kozuki, like the Sukiyaki's like hand guy, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, if that's true, that's such a cool, like, I don't know, I just, that's super cool. If it's not, whatever, but if it is true, like, that's fucking cool. That like
it's also like such a small thing, but it also like it really is like at the point we're at, what we do week to week is talk about minutia like this, just because it's interesting and it's a very nice like little nod.
Yeah, it would be super cool. I would like, I mean, I don't know if we would ever get like confirmation on this, but I think it would be cool if like this guy did have the horse fruit and he was just like, you know, like he's the final vassal for the Kozuki clan, like what you know, what would you do in this situation other than help the wife of like the lord, like the lord you grew up serving, basically?
For real. Or what if he's the traitor? This comes out of nowhere, because like I'm just like thinking like he is close to the clan, and we have been only thinking of the 9 red scabbards as a possibility for the traitor. So what if it's this guy? He's there with them. Shit, he tested out food to see if it's poison for Momo.
Maybe. At the end, we will come back to this traitor talk, because I think the end of the chapter
is important.
Is important to all this talk. But we will get there in due time. But this horse busts out of the gates with Hiyori on it, and you can see, or not Hiyori, Lady Toki. Jeez.
Got him.
Got him. Theory's back on, boys. Theory's uncancelled. Hiyori's Komurasaki. Toki's Komurasaki. No, with this chapter, that theory is actually, like, the theory was already dead, but this chapter was the double tap to the zombie land double tap to the brain. But
we get her right out, and we get Bakura Town in Curry. Everyone's mourning the whole thing, that the castle's on fire. They say the night's coming, it's getting dark. And one child, I'm scared, Grandma, it's not like usual nights. And others are just recounting like, we're done for. Because we cannot believe in the Kozuka clan and Lord Oden. We will now receive the divine punishment that we deserve. Now begins an eternal night that never breaks.
Oh, and I love this part. So Toki is writing to Curry to rile up the people and to enact this final part of the plan. But I love this little flashback we get where Oden just straight up asks her, like, Toki, like, did you come searching too from 800 years in the past, searching for the day the world is overturned? And he's like, then jump 20 years ahead and you'll get to see it. And then she covers his mouth and she gets up and she's huffing and puffing and she says, you don't get any dinner tonight, Oden. And he's like, what? Oh, I didn't make any money today, so I guess I didn't earn it. And she's like, no, not that. And he's like, what? I don't understand. Like, and she's like, it's for saying such an awful thing. Like, oh, they're the best. I love both of them. But
I wonder why she found it so awful though. Like,
well,
we get a little bit of it.
Yeah,
so,
it ties back to when I mean, when she first found out Oden like was being, like, basically when he was dying, she pulled the letter, like his last will, and even that was like, oh, you need to jump ahead, and she ripped it up. And I think like the first mention of her from the scabbards when they were telling the Straw Hats about how they jumped through time, Kinemon was like, oh, like we begged her, like, you know, come with us, and then she was like, no, like like the man I loved is dead, like, you know, I want to stay by his side or something like that. Yeah, she didn't want to jump into the future because that would be like, I guess to put words in, like, you know, to put words to this, because it wasn't outright stated, but like I think she loved Oden so much, to jump ahead in the future just to see what she wanted to see would like be an insult to him, and sort of like, you know, you get it?
Right, because he wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
It really sucks. And she does go into a bit as well. She says, I fled here from the past, Oden. I always thought that if I jumped to the future, someone would pull through for me. So maybe now that she found Oden, that's all she wanted, like someone to pull through for her.
Yeah. And also I do kind of like, so she's thinking this, and then she starts yelling the prophecy, but the way like the ellipses are kind of placed, you can read this all together as one sort of speech that she's giving, and it does come off as like her final words to Oden, because she says, I fled here from the past, Oden. I always thought that if I jumped to the future, someone would pull through for me. You were the moon, unaware of the dawn. May your purpose be fulfilled, and cast 9 shadows on the night woven of 20 years, and you shall know the brilliance of the dawn. And it's just like, it's her final like love letter, like words to Oden, and also like the prophecy of, you know, because of what he did in Wano here, like he cast 9 shadows on the night, like, you know, like the 9 scabbards are his 9 shadows.
Man,
this fucker. This guy with the gun in the crowd, I'm pissed because you can hear him click the gun, and all the people in Courier are praying, and then you just get like, get her
2 panels.
Yeah.
One where we get a dawn, which I don't know if that's what One Piece uses for gun sounds. I'm not too privy on that. But the next one, she just thumps and people yell out Lady Toki.
Yeah.
So that's presumably her death.
No, yeah, for sure. She's definitely dead there, because you can see the blood like coming out of her mouth. I think what the doom is supposed to, it's when this happens in the anime, I'm gonna assume that this panel is gonna be like silence. Like you're just gonna hear like the doom, and then like complete silence as she just like falls and dies.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Man, Toki was too good. Oh, speaking of things that are shit, this little asshole. Oh god, I hate him. I told you to boil this water. It is heated, my lord. It is not. Did I ask you to draw the room temperature bath? And the lady like puts her hand in the water. You could see her fucking fingers like fucking boil, like burnt. And she's like, it's scalding, Shogun Orochi. You'll burn your skin. And he's just rattling. And he's like, shut up. I'm cold. I can't stop shivering. Bring me the bones of the Kozuki samurai. Why can't you find them? Bring me proof that they are dead. He's so fucking rattled.
Good. That's exactly what he deserves.
Oh my god. Good. Fuck him.
Up in the mountains and the hills, specifically like with the one like sakura tree, we like zoom by, and in some house nearby, I'm assuming, Ashura Doji has arrows on him. He's bloodied, and it seems like he's receiving the news from Lady Toki. 20 years, she says. Are they still alive, Lady Toki? We get scenes of Kawamatsu trying to cheer up Hiyori, and the one interesting point, in one of those hilltops, we get someone yelling at the top of their lungs. It's Denjiro.
The Enma Shrine. Like,
oh yeah, it is the Enma Shrine.
Yeah,
huh?
That's the Enma Shrine, and he's just fucking screaming. I love the way Oda draws the shrine like puffing out, like like as if someone's going nuts in there. And rightly so, somebody is going fucking nuts in there. And you can see, like, okay, it's pretty normal weather, screaming happening, pissed. Denjiro is like gritting his teeth, blood everywhere, pissed. And then you turn the page and it's fucking snowing and there's still screaming going on. And finally it stops and we get him. He comes out of the Enma Shrine and he's like his hair is fucking grayed and his eyebrows we've seen those eyebrows before. They're real fucking pointed. We've seen that hairline before and those sideburns.
We've seen it all.
And he goes to the flower capital and he's like, whoa, people are like, look at this filthy beggar. Do you really live in the capital? And he just fucking kills them, like destroys them. And they're like, hey, let us follow you. What's your name, sir? You can call me Kyoshiro the Mad.
Like, Toby is Obito, Toby is Obito,
Toby is Obito, Toby is Obito. It's still so fucking good, dude. And I want to get to, there's another part I want to get to and then bring up another homie in our Discord because they fucking called it.
The Kyoshiro family, huh? And it's Orochi coming out. I've heard your reputation. Can you offer me protection? And here he is with his bunk ass hair. And so I would consider it an honor, Shogun Orochi. And here we actually get to see the physics of his hair. I called it quite a while back. It's his ponytail, but it just goes forward.
You did call it, and I am very mad because I was just like, oh, it's a sick fucking pompadour, which it is, but I didn't know that the pompadour was just his puffed out ponytail.
And technically that's kind of what a pompadour almost is, like in the insane anime level. But this is too much, Oda.
Yeah. Oh, so good. I love that. Look, all the lore reveals mean nothing to the reveal of how fucking Kyoshiro's hair works. Void Century, fuck him. Kyoshiro's hair, yes,
monumental. He says, "Money, women, soldiers. I can bring you everything you need." And we get his anger. He's sweating. And other retainers of Orochi say, he's so capable. Who is that man? What brilliance, what charisma. And this line, now that Boss Hyoguro is gone, it's the birth of a new mob leader. The Kyoshiro family runs the flower capital. Honestly speaking, we had some clues into this, mostly just running off of the fact that Kyoshiro was the only person in the Kozuki clan who was actually very capable when it came to business and money and this and that. He also he got around, he had connections, and of course he can't use them because he's undercover, but if anyone were to become the new head of the Yakuza, it would have been him.
Yeah, it would have been Denjiro. It's so fucking fitting. But I like the townspeople. They're like, oh, but he's got a weakness too. Yeah, he always looks sleepy. They call him Napping Kyoshiro. I bet he's up all night cavorting. And the next page, you see, it's Ushimitsu Kozo. It's the witching hour boy. The thief has stolen a stockpile of gold. And we get confirmation that Denjiro is okay, so the theories were, oh, Denjiro's wishing hour boy, or oh, Denjiro is Kyoshiro. Oda straight up came out and was like, ¿Por qué no las dos?
Exactly.
Why not both? And this is where I want homeboy, one of our lovely Discord boys, Frankie's Speedo, which by the way, fantastic name and picture, chef kiss. He says, Denjiro is Kyoshiro, is Ushimitsu Kozo on February 26, 2020. Denjiro, we can confer, was in charge of the money at Oden Castle. Kyoshiro is in charge of the money in the capital. With access to money, Kyoshiro would be able to steal the money for the people. He fucking called it, guys.
He put the pieces together. They were there.
We were, two wrinkles in our brain calling one or the other. This man, brain looking straight boomer, so many wrinkles, called both at the same time. And honestly, the power in this play.
It's kind of disappointing. It never came out of our mouth, but we were always so close.
Yeah, we were so close. Yet so far, we didn't have the balls to call both at the same time.
Exactly. Man, we also get the scene immediately after of Kawamatsu running around the Badlands saying, "Lady Hiyori, princess, where have you gone? Why?" And this scene, couple of courtesans saying, "There's an adorable little girl who showed up at her step, boss. Seems like an orphan who wandered into the capital. The poor thing's starving." And he is again, sweating. And the physics. "You may not recognize me, my lady." And then she does. "Denjiro, is it really you?" And he's crying. He still has the pissed look. And we'll get into that.
Yeah.
"Indeed it is, Lady Hiyori. I see. So Kawamatsu took care of you. I was possessed by the demon of anger. I was so possessed by the demon of anger that it disfigured my face. No doubt even Kinemon and others would fail to recognize me now, but that suits my purposes. Until the day the great battle to come arrives, I ask you not to tell anyone about me, even our allies. From this day on, I will offer you my protection in Kawamatsu's stead. You must now call yourself Komurasaki."
Chapter and next chapter, March 15th. We're not on break. Ooh, so first off, Kyoshiro Denjiro, I think is 100% confirmed. He knows who the traitor is.
He has to.
He's been working with Orochi, and he's been working with Orochi now, and he has already been working with Orochi by the time he talks to Hiyori here. He knows who the traitor is, and he's going for the big brain plays. And I fear that it is somebody in the 9 Scabbards.
Yeah, it's the most likely occurrence.
Oh, yeah. I still fear that, but oh man. I mean, this is the power play. When we come back, there's no doubt in my mind now that he's going to help Luffy and them because he knows, I have no doubt in my mind that he set all of this stuff up that happened in the present before the flashback, like the ships at the yard all destroyed and stuff. I think he set this up because he wants to corner the traitor.
And it might just fucking work. I do not recall what chapter it was before the flashback where they all set sail out, but there were some people pushing out, saying "Oh, let's go on these boats. It's a disaster, but let's go." Yeah.
And it's I don't want it to be anybody in the Scabbards, but with the thing that happened this chapter with Shinobu asking if she could be a Scabbard, I think if we do get a good reveal of who the traitor is, and it happens to be someone in the Scabbard, if they take them out, or they're not part of the Scabbards anymore, they get taken out.
Still have 9.
They still have 9 with Shinobu, and I do like that. But man, this is fucking wild. They're God, Kyoshiro, so sick. Which this also makes me wonder. So, the Kyoshiro family, he has all the people following him. And we see in that panel, they follow him because he's he's fucking powerful. I'm assuming that he sort of built up this family, of people. I'm assuming that the people that are working under Kyoshiro, the Kyoshiro family, I'm assuming, that they're subservient to him. So, if he is hey, we're going against Orochi, they're going to be all right, boss.
Yeah, I mean, that being the Yakuza boss, that would be the play.
Yeah, it's just so good. I'm so happy that we got the reveal of who Kyoshiro was. Also, you were talking about why his face was so angry, and I saw a post talking about it, but I don't know if that's what you were gonna bring up, but I saw some post. I guess there's some. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. There's some saying in Japanese of I retweeted it. Hold on, little inside baseball. Let me find it. It was something about when your face. Oh, I'm fucking it up, guys.
It's on our Paramecia Fancast Twitter at parameciacast. Fuck.
Yeah, at Paramecia Cast on Twitter. Yeah.
So D_Kumi with 2 eyes says, Enma face, Enmagao, is a Japanese idiom used to describe someone with a fearsome face. Enma is typically portrayed as a thunderous, furious expression. This saying alludes to changes in people's behavior for selfish reasons, depending on their circumstances. So the fact that it's the Enma Shrine is what's like very like to me.
Some good stuff.
This is really good. Had I known about this saying, because like this is like deep Japanese, like no one fucking says this shit anymore. Kind of.
This is some samurai lore.
Right. And so, actually clicking into this person's thread, do they have pronouns in their Twitter? Apparently not. This person also brings up Don Quixote Miosgard as a like reverse of that, where he looked butt fucking ugly when he was like fishman, yes. And
slavery.
now he looks normal. He looks normal.
Yeah.
In the moment for reverie.
Yeah, it's oh man. It's some good stuff, bruh. Some good fucking stuff. I like this a lot. I also like that like it happened at the Enma Shrine. Like I like that later on, like Hiyori knows about the Enma Shrine because she takes Zoro there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh man. And it's cool because, you know, knowing this now, in that shrine, that was the scene where Hiyori, like, confessed to Zoro, like, I wish I could kill Orochi.
Right.
Like, she said, like, I wish I could take his life, like, myself. And it's just, it's cool knowing this now, like, this idiom, and seeing how physically changed, you know, Kyoshiro was. Or Denjiro from the shrine, like seeing her say that now is like, whoa, so good. But oh no, this chapter was amazing. I want to see more of Kyoshiro now in the current timeline, which I think we will, because like I said, I think he's gonna call out the traitor, and I don't know if he's gonna confront them or fight them, but I think he's definitely gonna recruit the Straw Hats and be like, hey. Like, you need to help me take out this traitor. I think the law thing is a fake out, because if you remember, before the thing, it was like, oh, like that's a traitor, and then like it showed Law's face. No. Law is not the fucking traitor. We know for a fact from this, you know, flashback that the traitor existed all those years ago. So
exactly, like it's someone on the inside.
Yeah, but man, yeah, I want to see more of Kyoshiro. I would like to see, I know it was just like a saying at the end when he says like, oh, I was so possessed by the demon of anger that it disfigured my face. But I just can't help but want, just let me satisfy my gorilla brain for a bit. I just want Zoro and Kyoshiro to double team someone and go like double, what's that mode that Zoro goes? The demon mode.
Ashura mode.
I just like,
ooh,
you know, it's a figure of speech. Like, oh, I was possessed by the demon of anger, but like he could have like this Enma spirit with like this spirit of anger, and Zoro
that'd
can have
be sick.
Like, that'd be. I just let me go Unga for a bit. Let me have this Unga moment, because that would be fucking sick.
Chef kiss.
Chef kiss, masterpiece. Yeah, it's fucking good, dude. I know I have famously said this on like the last couple of episodes where I'm like, yeah, I think there's no more flashback after this. But this time I really do think that there won't be any more flashback after this. Because I think this ties up all of the loose ends, and I think we can finally get to the present timeline. And I just, as much as I've loved seeing all of the Oden, all of the Gold Roger, all the Whitebeard, all the Kiku, as much as I've loved seeing all of these precious little babies, Just let me see the boys. Let me see the boys back home. Let me see Robin. Let me see, man. Just let me see him again.
Let me see them. Oda,
I've gone too long without a nobody, without a I'm dead joke. Please.
We're running dry. I need my dose.
I need my daily fix.
Bone jokes. Where we need the bone jokes. We need the bones. Orochi famously said, "Give me the bones." Oda, give me the bones.
I got a crack theory. It's stupid, but I got one.
That'll be it for us this week. We will be back next week with chapter 974. I'm really surprised I remembered that number. In the meantime, you can find us on our social media. We are at Paramecia Cast on Twitter, Paramecia Fancast everywhere else. We keep promising YouTube videos. They're gonna happen. We're just not used to the video format.
Yeah.
So it's taken a bit of trial runs. I've already recorded some test episodes and realized they were kind of ass. So I need to figure something out.
Yeah, I've recorded a few reviews. Last week I recorded like a trial run of like one of like Demon Slayer, and same thing. There's a couple of things that I know that I want to work on, so I'm gonna try with this week's chapter and hopefully get like spit it out. But it's good.
We're working
that stuff's coming. Episodes of this podcast will go up every single week on our YouTube channel, Paramecia Fancast, on YouTube. And they're going to be uploaded to parameciafancast.libsyn.com every single Monday following the official release. And as soon as they're up on Libsyn, they are sent to every other, podcatcher website, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher.
Is there a list of podcatchers?
I don't know if there's a list of podcatchers.
They'll go to your Tinder, they'll go to your Grindr.
Yeah. We show up on swipe right on us on Tinder if you see us.
Super like us.
Yeah, spend money and super like us on Tinder.
God, could you imagine someone like advertising their podcast on Tinder?
Dude,
like
I'll
exclusively using. Don't.
How about don't do it? I'll fucking do it.
That is off-brand for us.
Yeah. You didn't say it, but call me a bitch one more time and I'll do it.
No. I am not triple dog daring you.
Oh,
triple dog dare you to not do it. God. In the meantime, you can find me razzing John on our Discord, the Paramecia Flower Capital Discord, where we have a neat little community full of like-minded individuals, and all we do is shitpost about One Piece and talk about the fact that this shit's fucking wild.
Yeah. We be posting memes, talk about, we have a live reactions page for when the new chapters drop. We got everything. We got the fucking theory crafting channel, which, I mean, like we showed in this episode, like, we got some fucking bangers being pumped out by the boys back home.
by all the folks, the people fuel us, not me, us.
Oh God,
Bernie.
Bernard D. Sanders,
exactly,
the greatest meme. But yeah, that's everything. I can't think of anything else. I got a funny crack theory, and
thank God one of us does.
All right. Let me open up the page, because I need the exact wording. Okay. In Chapter 973, Lord Orochi demands from whatever name was, we didn't get a name, but I'm sure in an SBS she'll have one, that he wants the bones of the Kozuki samurai. Lord Orochi wants the all-new Buffalo Wild Wings wingless bones.
So, no meat.
No, it's just wingless bones, dude.
Just bones.
Just bones and sauce.
So when they take out the bones from boneless wings, you're
you
telling
got
me that
two
they're
meals
also
right
selling.
there, baby.
But what happens if you take boneless wings and wingless bones and put them together?
He knows too much.